SoundCloud.
Are you listening? Damn.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Race to 100. I'm Rick Thorcell.
And I'm Neil Batang.
And we are on episode number 19.
We are on episode number 19.
So today, we are going to be talking about a guy who goes by the name of Mr. Tip Harris. He told me not to say that.
We're talking about, I don't know
We're talking about T.I. We're talking about T.I.
and
he made some news recently. He recently was interviewed by Time Magazine and asking about the presidential race, right? And asking about the election and Donald Trump's, let's say, propensity for anger. And how that, if Donald Trump was a black man, how that would be perceived. Now, he said some very articulate things in this, and I probably shouldn't even say that. I hate when you refer to a black man as being articulate, because I feel like that's just a general stereotype, but we can get into that later. But he was very, let's say, salient in what he was saying. And if you don't know what that is, get a dictionary. He said something to the extent of, it was, what was the exact quote? Do you remember what the exact quote was?
Basically, to sum up what good old T.I. said in this Time Magazine interview was there's a double standard with how we perceive the words and emotions of a black man compared to that of a white man. An angry black man is a threat. He's endangering others. It's just not a good look. The angry white man can be the president of the United States.
Yeah.
And he's just saying it's an issue that's been carrying on for far too long. And he calls it to what? He's very outspoken. I respect him for who he is and what he's about. He's always been consistent with everyone and anyone who follows him about who he is, what he is about, and just what he represents.
I think you're giving him a lot of credit. I don't agree with a lot of the things that he says, but
T.I.?
Yeah, T.I. With this, he did have one great line, which was something to the extent of Donald Trump says, "Make America great again." Well, what is this greatness that you're talking about us returning to? Is it when we, as the black community, were slaves or segregated or oppressed? Is that it was great? He said it was great for you, but not for us.
Yeah, no.
And I think that was a really powerful message.
Obviously, I don't think anyone in their right mind agrees with everything the guy has done or said. But in general, he's been very consistent and he's for his people. What he was talking about with the double standard. You see how a black guy talks out of his butt and you don't agree with him. A white guy talks out of his butt and you might vote for him.
What the heck are you talking about? I would never vote for a guy who was talking out of his butt.
Mr. Donald Trump talks out of his butt all
and
the time.
I would never vote for him.
Okay.
In the general election.
Okay. All right then. I'm just saying. Listen. You just did exactly what he's been talking. When he talks out of his butt, you're like, no, I can't agree with him. But again, a white man from New York with $1 billion allegedly, you know what I'm saying, talks out of his butt, and he can win the Republican primary.
Yeah, it is crazy.
So again, we see the what's the word?
Disparity.
No, not that was the word I was looking for. The disparity between these two evils. It sucks, but again, this is the world we live in, and the cards we've been dealt with. So, is there anything else you want to add?
That is about it.
I would like to shout out Mr. T.I. Tip Harris for decades of good music. Keep doing what you do. We support you here at VNR Media, and straight up, thank you for all the songs, the concerts, and keep doing what you do. Feel free to like, comment, or subscribe to any and everything we have to say and what we have to offer. We have more content coming out. So,
with that, we will catch you next time on the Race to 100.
Thank you.
Peace. Speaking of Tip,
We're going to talk about Tip.
Tip T.I. What's his last name?
Harris.
Harris. Tip.
Just say T.I. Don't try to be all. Don't be.
Tipperford.
Just say
Capital
T.
T,
Just say if you
capital
even say
I,
Tip.
Harris.
Just say T.I. If you say T.I., people will know exactly what you're talking about.